Hello Forkies, this is day 67 of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we have the black pieces against a pretty strong opponent. So let's go. What will my opponent do now? Um, there are many options, but we will see. We will see. Maybe my opponent will also board the game, which I don't think is likely. And no, my opponent played pawn to e4. I will respond with the Caro-Kann defense, trying to play d5 on the next move. D4 and d5, this is the main position of the Caro-Kann defense, and here are many options, and he chooses to play the advanced variation. So now bishop f5 is the best and the main line as well, and now h4 is very trendy line indeed, and there is also knight f3, c4, knight c3, but he plays the tile variation with h4, h5 now. I must say I don't have a lot of experiences in this line, but I think that's very good because I need to understand it way more than I do now. I don't have even the slightest idea what I should do here. I know that there are some queen b6, e6 and c5 ideas. I don't really know. Bishop d3, yes, I know the theory is to take, play e6 and I'm bishop g5 I think is the line, and then you don't play queen b6, or maybe you do. Knight d2 takes. Yes, now this is the main position. Queen b6, knight d2 and takes, and then I don't know what to do. No, but seriously, I could also not take the b2 pawn, but I'm trying to remember. Knight d2 here, not here, but to takes on b2. Rook b1 I don't think is played, because queen here, rook here. I don't remember that position being so good for black, for white, excuse me. And he's also thinking, which is quite good. This is quite good because that means he doesn't know for sure what the theory is. He plays knight c3, which is very weird. I don't recall this being a move here. But why not? So certainly c5 now looks very nice. Queen b5 I play knight d7, I don't take the queen. And after takes, knight b5 is kinda annoying. But just king d7, yeah? Just king d7 and my position is very solid, I think. c5 too quick because queen b5 happens. Well, maybe, but knight d7 looks pretty good. Takes, I could take back knight b5 and just like king d7. Takes, bishop takes on c5, knight d7 to follow. Yes, I think just, or should I prepare with like bishop e7? But bishop e7 there is knight f3, and if I take and play knight e7, that might be also an idea, but then I cannot really castle because queen h7 is made. Maybe knight d7 to start with and then c5. This looks slightly better, yeah. So knight d7, knight a4, just check, yeah, and back, or maybe this check. So let's play knight d7 and then c5, and if takes, just bishop takes back. With pressure here, with pressure on e5 as well. And now that he put his knight on c3, that means that he cannot play c3 himself. That means that these 2 pawns will be pretty weak. I don't think that's the way you should play this tile variation. I mean, knight f3 here, c5 takes, bishop takes. You could just castle knight e7, knight g6 to make a lot of things go. A lot of things slightly weakened. Here e5 will be very weak. But my h-pawn is also quite weak when I castle, and when I put my knight on g6 it has 0 defenders here on h5, but I guess I mean, also b2 is just hanging in some variations, but rook b1 is just too dangerous yet, for now. But also just bishop b4 in some positions, maybe. I'm not sure what my opponent's idea here is, because c5 is coming. And if I were to play c5 here, then I think just queen b5 is pretty good for white as well. So 97, and then c5 is, if queen b5 here, I just take the pawn, queen takes, knight takes, and knight b5 I just win a tempo, yeah. I could just play king d7 if takes here, bishop c5. Also I don't need to take on d4 when queen b4 b5 will be played. I could play like moves like bishop e7, takes, maybe then c5 is slightly weakened as well, but okay, we'll see what will happen. Also my opponent is spending quite some time here, considering this position to be pretty early opening stage, but everything should be still in your book. I mean, also this knight c3 was just kind of weird, yeah. Even knight e2 here, who will defend the e5, yeah? That's the big question now. Just c5. c5, queen b5 though. That's still an idea, yeah? Queen b5. I play rook c8, takes. Knight b5, a6 here, takes, king d7, wins this pawn. c5, queen b5, rook c8. I think just c5, and also here e5 is very weak, so takes for example. I could consider taking here, but then I lose my king. Oh, also queen b5, that is just a6, yeah. Takes. And then the knight doesn't have the access to go to a5 because I pushed to b5 because I pushed a6, yeah. So queen b5, I play a6 instantly, pretty much. I don't think there is anything else. Takes here, bishop takes, and knight e7, knight g6 attacks this pawn. And also I would like to trade off queens because I think my position has a lot of positional advantages, so I don't want to get mated. I want to slightly outplay my opponent by slightly, and slightly, that's what I wanted to say. I meant not. Okay, my English is not that great either. He just castles, okay. I still don't get it. e5 is undefended. Takes, what do? Knight takes, I play knight e5. Oh, and then queen b5. But then I can just take. I mean, is this good enough? Because you gambit a pawn. If knight here, I could just not take this pawn. I could as well play bishop c5. Preparing. Oh, but then there is knight a5. There is also a move like c4 here, which I don't like. But I guess, I mean, bishop e7 is also a move, and then still having this tremendous pressure on the center here, that looks okay. But takes, I really do like winning pawns, yeah. But queen b5, knight b5, king d7. I mean, I cannot lie, I think that position should be pretty great. Takes, knight takes, just let me calculate for a second here. Yes, I think that's just good enough, yeah? Just take here. I mean, if you take with the queen, I play bishop c5. And then pick up here and just win the game, probably. I mean, I could also just trade everything. But yeah, I think I'm just winning a pawn here. With not that much what was the word I was looking for? Compensation, of course. With not that much of a compensation here. I don't know why I forgot that word, but okay, doesn't matter. C takes on d4 was just played. And now, when this pawn is gone, now e5 is also very weakened. So that was my idea, by taking the d4 pawn here, just to get rid of the defense of e5. And the fact that your knight is also attacked helps a lot. If you had the time to push with f4 here, well, this pawn is not going anywhere, but your knight is attacked, so you have to respond. Knight b5 here, just 94, 95, excuse me. And there is no fork yet. But that's always a problem. When the knight is on b5, well, that knight is threatening to fork my pieces here. So that's why I was so worried about some queen b5 ideas, and then takes a knight b5. I need to spend some tempi, and also a7 is attacked by the knight. So yeah, that's why I played knight d7 in the first place, not c5 right away. But yes, the idea of pawn to c5 is just to take here, yeah? And then take the e5 pawn. So what can be more natural than just taking on d4? Queen takes on the other hand, queen takes d4, queen takes d4, knight takes d4, knight takes on e5, knight b5, king d7, followed by a6 should just be much better by me. For me, not by me. Bishop e7, knight e7, rook c8, doubling up, maybe playing g6 to consolidate my king side as well. I will pick up a clean pawn, maybe a6 b5, an idea to shut down that c2 pawn from moving any forward, but he plays knight to d4 indeed. Indeed he does. And yes, just knight takes on e4, knight takes on e5 is my move here, yeah? Queen b5 is something I'm expecting now. Moving the queen to e2 or to e3 is slightly out of this world. Of course, queen b5 is a natural idea, but I get it that you don't want to trade off pieces because you are down a pawn, but still, I mean, there is some sort of an idea with queen to e3. Queen e2 just blunders, but you give me check, yes. I will tell you what I was thinking about after the game. I was thinking about knight d7 here. And then I'm just threatening to go here, so queen takes, knight b5, king d7. With knight coming to c4. And a6 is now a pretty big positional threat. So we have to take me, I have to take you, and knight b5, just king d7. And bishop e7, knight e7, knight coming to f5, g6, rook c8, rook d8 perhaps, a6, b5. Pretty great world, isn't it? After only 12 moves, I am up a pawn against a very strong 2074 rated player, so that's pretty great game so far. Maybe the engine will disagree with me, but I don't care. Also perhaps queen d3 here is an idea, but why would you do that? Bishop e7 maybe, also knight f6, just a6 perhaps. No, that makes zero sense. So queen takes on b6, I will pre-move knight takes on b6 in any case, just so I gain some time. Also, my opponent has only 8 minutes left, so I don't think necessarily that's too low to get in time, only in 12 moves. For example, I had a lot of games where I was low on time by the move 8 or 9, but the position was so different. Now we are probably in a queenless middle game very soon. And being down a pawn in pretty hard position to defend, I guess, is very harder than be in fine position for you. Also, maybe yes, this position is not so tactical, so if you get positional ideas that you want... Oh, what is this? This looks insane, yeah? The knight is hanging on d4. That's the first thing. I get it. Knight takes on d4. Knight takes on d5 is now a threat. But are you just insane? Here, knight takes. Here, I guess queen takes on b7 firstly. Oh no, even a7 is even protected. Well, this is just insane. I need to think for like a lot of time here. Here, knight takes, yeah? Knight takes, threatening here. Probably like bishop d6 or something. Rook d1. Nah, queen c5. I think my opponent has enough counterplay here. I trust him. So just a6, yeah? a6 here. I think I can take here. 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 I have a piece for 2 pawns, which should be just winning. Or at least much better. So yeah, just a6 here, here. Then the pawn is defended by the knight. I won't go into all that craziness. I would probably spend like... In an overboard game, I think I would be too scared of playing this move just by its threat. But it looks very insane to play rook e1. I think the engine would take the knight, but those positions are, I think, way too sharp. Because if queen takes knight, knight takes d5, rook c8, queen takes on b7, I think I'm just... Maybe there are like queen c4 ideas. But that looks just... And maybe some rook sacrifices on e6 and then queen takes, and I mean some mates. Yeah. Maybe I should have taken the knight, but also a6, knight, queen takes b6, knight takes b6 is something I want. So... Oh. Yes, but I was just calculating knight takes on this5, but I calculated this already, excuse me. Queen takes here doesn't quite work because there is a fork. Oh wait, that's not a fork, that's a mate. That's actually a mate. So you take me, I take you. The pawn is defended. Knight b5 is no longer possible, which is very good. Oh my goodness, what is this? He wants to sack everything, and of course I blundered. Yes, I kind of forgot about that. Aye. And now he will win a pawn and I will just lose, yeah. I have to take the knight. That's pretty... I'm pretty sure of that. Maybe bishop e7, here knight takes, so that the pawn is defended. Rook takes, bishop e7, rook e1, knight c8. Oh, there is knight takes there, oh my goodness. Knight just... Takes. I can't even play bishop e7. That's so sad. It really is. Here. So bad. Bishop e7, rook e1, knight c8, and knight takes here. It's just resignable. I mean, is it? That's a rook endgame down. Yeah, what? 2-3 pawns. But I think playing king f7 here is just equally resignable, or even more so, just bishop e7. I'm hoping for bishop takes. Knight takes. Rook e1. Knight c8 here. King f7 takes. Here takes. But you just take like this. Okay. I forgot you could do that. I have to take here. And then I will go here probably. Here. Why are you thinking here? Just take. Oh, you could take even here. No, you can't. Bishop take. Yes, you take. If I go here, you still go here with this threat. Knight e7, rook here. I mean, not that bad. But it is because of rook a1. Ay. Rook d8, rook b7, also just resignable. Here doesn't look that bad. Take. So just d4, yeah? I mean, 92 here. 92 here looks pretty damn winning. I mean, I just threw the game. Probably I should have just taken here. But it looks so dangerous. Maybe a6 was a... I mean, a6 was a mistake. I'm not sure what I should have done. Maybe just bishop e7. But this pawn is hanging, yeah? You play 95, okay. Really? And then even rook e1 is check. Rook e1, I play king f8, defending here though. Takes. Rook b8 here, check, here, check, takes, should be fine. So we don't play that, what do we do? c3 here also looks pretty nice. Rook c3, maybe rook c5. And then I think I should be okay. c3, rook d5, rook c5, excuse me. Also, if something else, what do you do here? Rook e1, king f8. Rook b7, I guess. And then rook g7, I take here. You play check and I resign, yeah? Oh, you cannot go to e7 just yet, so that's maybe not that bad of a deal. If you can get your both rooks to the e7, to the 7th rank, not especially to e7, but most likely to e7, then maybe, but still. Yeah, rook b7 I just take on c2, that's probably just forced. I mean, It just looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Rook e1, yes. King f8 is definitely the only move here. Check. There is no, there is not. So I just play king f8 here, and there is no check. There is no check. I mean, you could take and play check. I play here. There is no rook e7. There is rook b7 though. I'll play up. Check here. There is no check with the knight. I mean, who knows? Rook b7, and now g7 is also defended, so you probably have to do something else. But c3 there is rook c5, rook e5 takes, b takes on c3 back. Maybe knight e7 though. No, but that rook takes, rook b7. I just resign. I get slaughtered on the 7th rank. Too bad. But also he has only 3 minutes. He might make, excuse me, a mistake or something. Not most likely, but okay still. We will see. I am down a pawn. c3 here. I'm not sure what is the evaluation of that position. But just rook c5 instantly responds. Instant response by me. Rook d6 there, okay, I guess. And I'm also undeveloped. I mean, my rook is that passive. My knight doesn't really have a square. There is a pin, so knight b4 doesn't really work. Knight e7. Knight e7 trying to trade off the knight, and also now my pawn is not that far away, but if I push d3 then there is knight, no there is not, knight b4 just runs into rook b2. Oh, but then check here, takes d2, maybe. If nothing happens, I just push with d3, d2 and rook c1, that's my idea. I have some counterplay, I must say, but I also have a lot of time, but my opponent also has 1 minute and he will gain 10 seconds every single move, and he's threatening mate here, so g6 is just a perfect move. Rook f7 is checkmate now, so probably knight h6 is my only move here. But then rook e7, and this is checkmate. Have to go rook c8. You just take here. Knight f6 just takes and g7. Here there is just mate. Knight h6 is forced now. There are some tricks where I can sack my knight and sack my rook and get something. Knight g4. Rook e7 threatens mate. Oh, wait. There might be something. Knight g4. If rook moves, knight g4 and here is mate. So rook e7, you give me this check, which is just mate. I also forgot that I don't have escape squares for my king. But I guess after g6 there is nothing I can do, yeah? This is probably forced mate here. So yes, rook b8. I can only play rook c8, so I will just resign the game here. And my opponent played this one very nicely. GG. Let's just game review the game. We'll see what what has happened. I mean, it was pretty bad game by me. So yes, my opponent played with 82% accuracy. I only played with 67. Another pretty bad game. Yeah, what can I say? A pawn e4 and the Caro-Kann defense and the tile variation with pawn to h4. If I play my regular stuff here with e6, well, just g4 traps my bishop. There is no square. I just check and I lose. So h5, not allowing g4 and also giving my bishop some squares. Bishop d3, bishop takes. E6 here is the top engine move, is it? Yes, it is. Bishop g5, queen b6 is correct. What do people play here? Knight d2 is the top, most commonly played move. And what then? Knight d2. Oh, you play c5, c4, and then you take. Yeah, I remember right now. But you play c5 before you take on b2. Okay. Okay. Good to know. So knight c3 was played here. And c5 was good. I thought queen b5 here is very good. You just play knight c6, takes, knight b5, king d7. And it is -1, knight f3, cd, knight b, and f6. And you win the game probably. But I play knight d7 here, preparing c5, knight g2, knight g2, excuse me, and c5 is not the best because of long oh my goodness, if you play long castles in this position, then this is pretty insane. He castled short though. He took and I took on e5 with pretty okay position. And now the only move not to be worse in the position is knight takes d5. Well, what can I say? Here takes and takes. This is apparently equal. But I mean, seeing that you can take here, what about takes? Rook e1 pinning here. Bishop d6 only move. Knight f5. And f, oh my goodness, yes. But he played queen b5, which I thought was the only move. But I played knight e7, which is bad because of knight takes here. This was the correct move indeed. No, wait. Rook ae1 was played. I should have taken knight. Knight takes d5 now. How do I defend? Rook c8. What about queen takes b7? Queen c4 is apparently fine. I mean, are you insane? I mean, I get it, but I saw this position from a distance. I saw this position, this exact position. I didn't think I was -3, that I was winning here. I thought there are so many things that I need to look after, that my queen will kinda get away from the defense of this rook, that my bishop, I mean, knight c7 is made if it could be played. So I mean, there is even move rook e4, for example. Queen c6 apparently only move. I get now takes here. I guess I just take it here, but you get the point. I mean, rook e4, queen c6 is actually a forced queen of trades. Yes, trade of queens. So if I have seen this, I would have taken here, but I played a6 instead, just losing the game on the spot. And oh my goodness, the best and the most winning move among all very good moves in this position is knight takes c6, sacrificing the queen. After takes, knight c7 is made. Even if this rook is not here, I guess there would be queen takes here, but you get it. This is simply checkmate. And my opponent missed this. He took on b6, which was still pretty much winning. Knight takes. And now he found the move knight takes on e6, and I forgot about this move. Otherwise it's -1, -1.5 for black. But knight takes e6 simply wins. F takes, rook takes, bishop e7. I mean, I just lost here. And also, this g6 move is just nice. Now it is just forced mate. Knight h6 is just mate here. If I block, well, there is still checkmate. So, a pretty great game by my opponent. Here, mating me would be very good, but okay. He sacrificed his knight, and there was nothing I could do. So yes, please tell me, guys, in the comments, what do you think about this game. I will be reading and answering all of your comments. And I also launched some of my new my new memberships, excuse me, so you can check out those perks as well. Thanks for the support, and yes, as always, if you like the video, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.